G'day everyone, Be Asian Dad here. How are you guys going? Hopefully the audio is going good. I've been playing with the audio to try and make it a little bit better for you guys anyway. So I am got the screen on the left, so if I'm looking on the left, it's because I'm just looking at the chat if you guys have any questions there at all. So I've got actually a very special one, and of course this is the usually weekly stream here. Welcome for you guys who are joining me for the first time. I do try and do some reviews anyway. This is a habit I'm trying to continue going with the updates on weekly live updates. And of course today we've got a little bit of a special one here, and I'm gonna actually start this one off before I start on with my usual updates for the week or what I've been up to, and then also the Q&A, so at the end of that as well too. But so we're gonna get straight into business, and hopefully if anyone's out there, hopefully it's working there. If it's not, I'm so sorry about it. I'm trying to get these things to work. These live streams are always giving me a pain with the OBS. I'm learning OBS as I'll be going through anyway. So I am just trying to look through the side there. Anyway, so let's go on. I'm going to try have one of the, just a quick update as we get more people into here. For what I've been doing is not very much. No, I have been doing some stuff, but not very much, because here in Australia we've got some public holiday with the Anzac Day, and we pretty much have a public holiday, long weekend here, and it's been fantastic having a long weekend. Now with the nice long weekend, I pretty much really did just take it easy, as we really should be for long weekends, and relaxing. I was just doing little small things on the side as well too. Actually, I did do a bit of gardening as well too. So that's pretty much the update for what I've been up to on my personal side things. Now as for the computer side things, not has really much happened. I've just had a very busy week itself. Now I actually have been very interested to see what's happening in Team Blue. They've got a new event, so they're going to have some interesting stuff for Team Blue to come up. I'll find out very soon on what's going to be there. So stick around for that kind of space for Team Blue. And for those who don't know what Team Blue is, that is, oops, this side, Team Intel. So we'll have a look at what's going to happen around that a little bit later on. And also with AMD, yes, I've got AMD here, and they've given me a nice little thing with what they've given me. I'm just going to bring out the box because this just arrived, literally arrived this afternoon, and I've been having this organized probably around for about 3 months or so. I think about 4 months, but it just took that long for it to arrive here in Australia. And of course it probably went to another reviewer first, and of course this computer here, I'm not surprised. I'm only just new to AMD connections there, so I must first just bring this out so you can see what it is. Okay, here we go. It's one of these things. This arrived from this afternoon, which is from AMD. Now this is the Asus ROG X13 Flow. So this houses the new Ryzen Mobile 5000 chip. So this is the very first for me to actually get it to play around and test with. So I'm just going to do the unboxing of this one right here on this live stream, and we'll have a look at what's happening around this. I'm very surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm very anxious to see the actual performance of this computer. I've been avoiding all the reviews so I can actually let this computer in person to see how it goes. Now I've got some things set up so we can actually have a look at this, and we're going to try and benchmark this straight off the bat, see how that compares with the 11th gen here. So g'day Andy, how are you doing? Hopefully you are doing very well and had a very relaxing long weekend as well too, and hopefully your week at work has been pretty good here. Now also for those international, I also want to say our hearts are to the people for the countries in the COVID, especially India. I'm hearing a lot of bad news from there, and hopefully we'll get over that fix soon, and that more people are trying to help out with the supplies and resources there for those as well too. We're kind of here in Australia, we're pretty lucky. We've got a very low numbers of COVID cases here, and hopefully we'll be able to help other countries while we're having this, and then hopefully we'll help out the lockouts and the border controls as well, because stopping incoming flights is probably not a good thing for a long-term thing, especially when we're trying to get a little bit of our Australians back to Australia as well too, blocking those off. So hopefully our situation in the other country's situation will improve in a way. So anyway, so first off, I'd like to say thank you to AMD for sending this review unit to me. And of course, I'm going to actually do a review after spent a bit of time with this computer here. And after that, I will be sending it back. Anyway, so this is just for that. So let's unbox this and have a look at what this is about. So let's bring it out. So I know this thing's a bit of an interesting one. So I'll bring it a little bit later on. So let's have a look. Whoa, that's fine. Now this is my very first Asus computer here. Now I know some people call it Asus. I call it Asus. It's just my old way of saying this thing. So let's have a look what's in here. Now, so let's actually, you know how I usually go. Power cables. Let's go find power cables here. I have a feeling power cables there. Yeah, it is too. So here's the power cable. All right, let's just try that. Now, of course, that's the 3-prong. Awesome. I'll put that aside. I want to actually see what kind of power supply this runs. Let's chuck that away. Ooh, okay. So we're running a USB-C, so which means I know that this thing here is got less than 130 watts. So we'll have a look. We are running at, it's a square block. That's one thing for sure. What are we looking at? 100 watts. This is 100 watts. So you can actually charge a fair number of stuff with 100 watts. So there's a lot of docks that can do up to 100 watts, and including the monitors as well can kind of get close to 100 watts. So that's nice to see. This can actually be connected to pretty much all the docks and stuff that you don't actually need those special extra plugs in there. So that's nice to see that this is USB-C as well too. So cool. All right, I'll just chuck this on this side here. Now, as I said, this is my very first, and I don't really normally go to the computer shops like Harvey Norman or gaming things. So I have a feeling this is a gaming computer there, but I'm just really interested in its chipset. So I'm just going to try and push this back. There we go. There. All right, here, look. Ooh, this is pretty much it. I'm just going to put this down here. I'm just going to see if there's anything else in here. No, I don't think there is. What's that? No, nothing else. That's pretty empty. It's just empty box after that as well too. So we'll chuck that away. Chuck this down here. All right, let's have a look what's we got down this side here. So let's have a look. Ooh, all right. Now, like I said, this is my very first Asus. I'm kind of excited about this. So Republic of Gamers, ROG, that's kind of what it stands for. I actually knew that anyway. Wow, this is nice texture to this one here. This looks like it feels like metal all the way around. So again, X13 Flow, and so I'm taking it, this X13 should be 13 inch. And I can see there's a nice big specs things at the back of here. I take it this is AMD helping me out what kind of specs this has got. Okay, this has got an AMD R9-5980HS. Ooh, so this is one of the powerful ones. Excellent. I am very excited. I think this has got 32 gigs of RAM. I can't tell by the hard drive. It's a bit rubbed out from here, but we'll find out a little bit later on. Actually, here he goes. No, I can't tell. I know it's a WD in there, and that's about it. I can't tell the size anyway, but we'll fire it up and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a nice little thing. Let me have a quick look at the ports. Like I said, I've done no research on this, but I'm just excited by the processor. That's about it. So let's all look on the left-hand side. We've got a headphone jack. That's good to see. Full-size HDMI port. Yeah, that's good because I'm going to try and connect this up to my streaming card as well for later on for the benchmarks as well. And then we've got this very interesting port. It's called the XGM. I know this one connects to external cards that Asus has got. It's kind of like also like a built-in docking station as well too. So that's kind of cool. I haven't actually got this in this one here. I will ask AMD if they actually have purchased that or have it with this review unit. They just it might have come a little bit later, but I've got this package at the moment. So I do know that they can have like the NVIDIA RTX 3080 and 3070s versions of that docking station with the card, external card. With that one there, I've seen some of the reviews for that for the gaming ones anyway. All right, anyway, I'll carry on. What else we got? The back end, we've got some exhaust. We've got some two big exhausts, and then I think this one's probably in the middle is probably a breathe hole as well too. I'll see if I can get the light to there. So we've got two exhausts and then the breathe hole. Now what's on this side? Wow, another exhaust on this side. Hey, this thing's getting some serious here. Okay, there's 3 exhausts for this little small thing. Okay, dokie. I'm taking this because this is AMD. It won't be Thunderbolt, so just USB-C port, and then we've got USB Type A port, which is great, and then the power button. fantastic. You can see speakers at the bottom here as well too. Integrated graphics, integrated battery, so you can't remove the batteries because I can see screws. But what kind of, yeah, it's not bad anyway. All right, I'm gonna bring in my helper as well. Let's bring that in and let's just see if I can open it up and let's have a look at the keyboard and stuff. So, actually, let's do the one finger test while I'm at it before I do anything. So that's one finger. Let's go. Let's see what this is. Ooh, actually, that's pretty easy to go through, all the way through. And I have a feeling this is a 2-in-1. It is a 2-in-1. There we go. It's a 2-in-1. So I'm just gonna throw that middle part. Okay, that's easy. Nice. 2-in-1. Pretty smooth, sort of one finger, and it's all the way through, consistent. Very good hinge, and it's a metal hinge as well too. Ooh, so that's probably the reason why we got the extra exhausters there, which is cool. Wow. Okay, the keyboard's nice. All right, let's bring this thing out so you can see the camera. I was just trying to hit the light really nice there, right? But yeah, ask any questions in the live stream. Go far away anyway. Okay, let's have a look at this keyboard. Woo, it's actually got a fair bit of key travel. I can see that straight away the key's got a fair bit of key travel there. And I definitely know it's backlit there. And trackpad, now that is smooth. Wow, that is very smooth. That reminds me of the MSI laptop I reviewed there as well. This Prestige 14, that had a very smooth, very silky smooth. This is the same as well too, so that's very silky smooth. Texture of this palm rest, got a bit of that sort of texture there. It's nice, I would say. We'll find out when it comes down to heat later on in the review video anyway. Keyboard, anything different about that? Alright, we've got the standard keys. A nice, actually nice size, I've got to say. I'm liking the size of it. Any funky keys that's out of place? Not really. Delete keys on the right, that's fantastic. And function keys on top. Now there's an interesting key. Okay, there's a few interesting keys which shares the function key. Now, like I said, I am new to ROG or Asus laptop. I can see there's Aurora. I'm taking this. I've owned Asus motherboards before, and I know that's the lighting systems there. So I'll take this. You can actually change the lighting there. And we've got this little F5, which has got a fan symbol. So I'm taking this. That is, you can change the fans or something like that. I don't know. Find out. And then top. Oh, nice to see that they've got the volume and the mute for the microphone as a separate button. I like that, so you don't have to press function. And then there's this, I think that's ROG button. I don't know. I'm thinking, yes, hit that, and maybe it was super speed for the games and stuff like that. So that's interesting there. Anyway, let's fire it up. Let's hope there's battery. If not, I'm gonna connect this up to power. Ooh, looking good. I saw a quick flick of ROG the lights. Have we got anything? Please give me some. Oh, there we go. I see something. Ooh, there you go. ROG. It's coming up. Okay, let's see if I can bring this little light. Ooh, there we go. We got to use it. Automatic logs in. I can definitely see it's got 4K screen straight away because the icons are super size small. So that's a 4K screen, and I definitely know it's a touch because there's a 2-in-1 there. Now, as for pen, do they have an integrated pen, or it's just a separate pen? Ooh, let's have a look. No, I don't see any integrated pen. If it is, it's hiding very well. I have to read on the website to see what kind of pen support it's got, but I definitely know it's got touch support there straight. And I'm going to quickly fire up a benchmark, and we're going to have a quick look at that. So we're like an old school turbo button. Yes, it does. Hit that button and go woo, just like a car. Hit that NOS button there, and maybe we'll go quicker there. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, let's try and plug this baby in, and I'm just going to quickly chuck on Passmark, and let's benchmark this thing straight up. I'm just going to do benchmark without even updating the software or the BIOS or whatever. Usually I do that for the review video, but I'm just going to see just how fast this thing is, if hopefully it is fast. I'm expecting it to, because I actually seen the desktops and they're great. G'day Summit, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing very well, mate. Thanks for joining me for the live stream as well. All right, I'll just quickly, while I'm going to, but do fire any questions. What laptop is this? This is the Asus ROG X13 Flow. So this houses the new Ryzen 5000 mobile chip on this one here. This one has the R9-5980HS processor. So this is my very first AMD 5000 mobile chip in there. So that's why this is quite exciting to see. I'm just going to quickly find the benchmarks, well, Passmark in here, and I'm going to just quickly install that with there, and we'll run that benchmark straight up, hey. And let's have, and I'll just do a quick comparison with the 11th gen, because I am very interested to see how, because this will be on the same generation now. Before we will mostly try and go through 11th gen versus 4th gen of, well, is it 4th gen or 2nd gen of Zen 2 from AMD. So that was a comparison. They were very, very similar, but I want to see what this is. This is the 3rd gen for AMD. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to rename this so I don't get myself confused on that one there. I'm just going to quickly run it through, let it run through. Sorry, it's going to be a little bit chilly. So yeah, this is going to be fun to see how fast this baby is. Launch the benchmarks. I'm just going to bring in my serial number very quickly in. Again, thank you to AMD for sending this to me. I've got another AMD laptop hopefully arriving sometime as well, and that'll be it. All right, let's see. Now I'm going to quickly just put this to power because I want this to run as much potential. I'm not going to run it off battery. So where is the USB-C port? Right here. So it's interesting, I'm running it off. Cool. Now I've got power that does not support full performance, because I'm running off max power. So I've got to plug this baby in, which I know will be very soon, because that's only running 92 watts. I need to run, sorry, 96 watts. I need to run 100 watts to get this thing to run at full power. So I don't want to buju this up on the very first benchmark. So let's get this thing sorted. Let me kind of bring this thing around. I'll just got to plug this baby in. There we go. All right, let's throw the one away. That's only not going to provide enough power. And this is with the supported Mac. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get this thing up and going. All right. Now we're on power, performance. That's what we want to see, performance. Now I'm just going to make sure everything's set to performance mode here. Now just go away, or for this, I want to make sure this is performance. I'm going to hit, no, I won't hit the turbo button yet. I won't hit the turbo button yet. I am just want to make sure we resolve any issues. So let's have a look. I'm going to try and quickly do it one more time just to make sure I am on power mode. We're on power D, and this power data does not support. Why does you not support? No, here we got performance mode. Great stuff. Okay, I'm just going to close down my serial number. All right, let's go and benchmark this straight up. Let's go for it. Okay, hopefully it doesn't go too loud. I will put this on a little bit better screen once this finishes off anyway. So how you guys doing? All right. We can do the Q&A while this does this benchmark. At the moment, I can definitely hear a little bit of it wind up a little bit for this one here, but this is a tool one, so I'm interested to see. Oh, great. I'm curious to see the Ryzen 5000. Yeah, I'm very curious as well. This is it. I was disappointed when the Microsoft went with the old Ryzens. I am waiting for my roadmap to have a look at the new Microsoft, the new Surfaces, the new Surface laptops. That I think will be in about a week or two time. Going to have a little chat with the supplier for that one there and find out what happened there. I haven't really read much of the news. I know they've released some of the new Surface laptops, Surface Pro. I'm hoping they've got a new Surface Pro. What are they up to? 8, 9? I can't remember. I'm hoping they get Thunderbolt. That'd be good if they get Thunderbolt. And also I know they got a new Surface laptop as well. Again, hope Thunderbolt. And hopefully a little bit more matter change. And I know they've got a new Surface Book as well too. Hopefully there will be some space in there. Those you guys probably know more news than me. All right, let's have a look. Hi Asian, I've been seeing your videos. I've purchased a Lenovo ThinkPad E14 Ryzen. They are good computers, I have to say. It is a surprise, very well priced laptop. I think you made a great purchase. Do make sure you I did mention about the battery problem, having to slow down the actual graphics a lot, and also not the graphics, the actual screen dimness. And again, have a look at the description. You'll see the fix to it, which is to tell AMD Ryzen software to actually to override that, so you can actually get the brightness back up again for that one there. So do look into that. So I need to know that the Ryzen has any storage ports to upgrade my storage space. I can't remember. I think there is. I think it comes with 2 M.2 slots. So I can't remember. Do check my video. I do near the end of that video. I did do the internal teardown, and you'll hopefully be able to see that. I can't remember off the top of my head the E14 if it has 2 M.2 slots, but do check on the video there. I will try to confirm with you there in that video as a comment. Hopefully I'll try and remember after this live stream as well too, Ryzen. And thanks for tuning in as well. And I think you made a great purchase on that E14. They're great card. Sorry, not great cards, great laptops, especially the build quality. And you're paying a very good price for a ThinkPad up what I would consider like the T series. And they are pretty much very rock sturdy there and very reliable, the T series in a way. But the E series, I think that's been fantastic, where they've really jumped up, and especially in the build quality as well as the performance as well too. And having the Ryzen 5 in there is great. So okay, info, you can swap the SSD for. Oh, there you go. Thanks for helping me out there, Somerset Roy. And it's the Surface 4 launched last week. They have an old Ryzen. I don't want an old Ryzen. I want a new Ryzen. It's about time. They're a little bit behind, but at least they've gone AMD and included that. And I don't know if it's the only option. I haven't looked at it. I'm wondering if they've got 2 versions, Intel and AMD. Do you know about if that is, Roy? Or it's only the AMD. Now I have been in a conference with the Alienware for the roadmap as well too. Now I can't remember the embargo for date for about the Alienware stuff, so I'm not going to talk about that. But I do know about the new Alienware M15, the R. What they're up to, R5? Yeah, R5. I do know information about that, but I just need to double check on my embargo dates and way. But yeah, that's going to be interesting when that comes out as well too. So I'll have to just check on that one there. How's this one coming along? That's coming along very well. What else have I been looking at? Yes, right. I've also got the AMD 6900 XT with me on loan as well from AMD. I am haven't really had too much play with it because I need to firstly learn about TensorFlow, which I'm getting 1 or 2 experts hopefully to teach me a little bit TensorFlow. But with the AMD, I need to learn about the ROG M as well. So see how that goes. And also PyTorch, I was talking to you last week about that. But yes. They have Intel's, great to see. So it's good. Like I know at the moment, Intel's may be lacking a little bit in terms of performance or something, but it's still very good for a lot of the existing systems that actually have the V Pro, because I'm sure that the Surface laptops will have V Pro in there or have an option for V Pro, because they're going to be pushing that straight to the businesses a lot to there. And also they're actually still very good and hopefully bring down the price. Competition is always good. That's what we say. How's that coming along? What is it up to now? That's now to memory mark. So it's doing its RAM. So, actually, it's RAM. Yep, RAM. It's up to doing its RAM there as well too. So definitely love to see what's going to happen in the space for Microsoft for this end of this year. So the roadmap. I know what the roadmap is for the Dells for the commercial range, and unfortunately we won't see AMDs in the commercial range. It's a bit of pity. They are sticking with Intel because a lot of the businesses are using Intel for the infrastructures as well too. So hopefully we'll see. I know Lenovo have brought in both and doing comparisons with both, so it's good to see. HP the same thing. I don't have much dealings with Acer. I do know they may have AMD as well too for the commercial range. Now as for these ones here, Asus, I don't really touch much in Asus. This is my very first Asus for a very long time. Laptops, I very rarely play with their laptops, so this is a bit of a first as well too, besides the mobile 5000 chip on this one there. And let's see how it's coming along. Oh, it's just finishing that off as well too. Now I was chatting with the AMD about the integrated graphics on this. I don't expect it to be anything too far different from the generation 2 for the Ryzen. He did say there may be a little bit of speed, but I don't see a massive speed performance from this. It is still using the Vega 6 or 7, I can't remember what it is. They are still using the same Vega system on the integrated graphics, so I'm not there, but I am expecting, hopefully, what does this say? Performance scores is encountered problem. That's not a good thing, is it? Let's try and do that again. Okay, maybe it just crashed, so yeah, let's move that away. Installation files. I'm going to do a quick reboot, and I'll just give it a proper chance for that anyway, because I kind of started it up and there's an update. Jeez. It's probably slowing it down from doing its update. What is that? I don't want it to have to happen, do we? We want to give it its best chance to do that. And so I am not expecting massive performance increase from the 3D graphics or 2D graphics from the Ryzen 5000 chip. In this, it's more going to be the single core and multi-core. I'm expecting better single core from this. The updates, yep. Sorry, this is just literally out of the box. Coming through it. So see how it comes along. Yep, at least it logs in. I'll give it a few more seconds before I fire up Passmark 10 again, and I will do. Now, like I said, I will be going through all the benchmarks properly in the review video. I will be doing a review video. I know there's a few reviews for this already. I haven't looked at them, but I'm just going to do my usual way through this and have a play with it and see how it goes. And I will inquire AMD if there is the docking part of it. I don't know what's called. There's got to be a technical name. You guys have to help me out on that. But the docking that comes with the external graphics card on these, I am a little bit surprised that it's going to be the NVIDIA RTX 3080 and the 3070s. It'll be nice to see if, because it's the AMD, it'll be nice to see if they actually put like either the 6700 or 6800 XTs or 6900 XTs into that. I have to check that out. If you guys have know much about this laptop, that'd be great to see. Anyway, all right, thank you very. You already posted the video on it. Background. Yes, I did. I did post it up. Well, I actually didn't post the video up. I did put it in the comments because I did ask Lenovo about that particular laptop and why it was that, and they got back to me, and I put it into. Hopefully, I pinned that comment on how to fix it, because there's a URL that you can actually follow, and then that will give you the instructions how to fix the dimness of the screen when it's on battery. And it is part of the design to try and save the power. That's what Lenovo said anyway. So, and also it's a thing with AMD, the Radeon as well too. Cool. G'day Patrick, how are you doing? And thank you for joining me as well too. All right, you can replace this SSD. Awesome, thank you for helping him out. Does updating BIOS help with E14? No, it does not. It's not really a battery problem. It's not really technically a battery. It's to do with the graphics, and this was done by design from AMD for the Radeon software. It actually has to be done anyway. So the BIOS does the update to fix the battery problem. Well, it's not really a battery. I said it's not a battery problem. It is. According to Lenovo, it is by design anyway, so we'll see how they go. Patrick, it's not really a battery problem we're talking about. It's actually about that dimness that I was talking about with the screen in that video. That once you take it out of power with the E14, sorry, I should just start this off as well too while this happens. With the E14, you take it off the power, the actual brightness is limited to, I can't remember, was it around about 120 nits or something. It's very, like, it brought it pretty low, so you couldn't bring it up even though you've got a much higher nits, probably about 300 nits. It couldn't do the 300 nits. It was limited down to like about 100 and something. It's in the video, but that was because of the Radeon software limiting that part there. So, and I thought it was a battery problem, but it's actually not a battery problem. It's actually the discrete graphics that doing that for that one there. All right, let's start. We can fire this thing up. Let's do it one more time. I'll give it a few more seconds. We've got the temperatures. Thank you very much. Let's start her off. Let's hope this time, second round, will do a little bit better. If not, then I'll just do the CPU and see if we can get what we scores. Like I said, I'm not expecting massive increases on the 2D and 3D scores. I am interested to see on the disk scores here with that, because it is the PCI Express 4. I don't think it's going to do too much in terms of that, because more so PCI Express E3 and 4, there's not, well, in a single lane performance, it's not going to do too much difference. It's going to be more bandwidth for multiple devices is where the PCI Express 4 is going to help out. So in a single line device, I don't expect it to be a massive increase. Like I said, it's more, the PCI Express 4 is more for like your computers, or actually more like for data center servers and stuff. So we actually put in a lot of multiple very fast express devices or hardware there, and that helps that to out there. So that's what really the big advantage of PCI Express 4. And if you know more, put it in the chat. I'm always willing to learn, and I could be wrong as well too. But I don't really expect PCI Express 3 and 4 have massive difference on a single long device there. When it's just only very few devices like this one here on the laptop here as well too. I don't even know if it's even got PCI Express 4 on a laptop. I expect it should be, because that's the big selling point for this Ryzen Gen as well too. Okay, thank you, Patrick. Thanks for the explanation. Sweet, that's good. That not a problem there. How we come along? We're gonna wait for all this in a way. But yeah, do you guys have any other questions along? And how's your week been? Because like I said, this is just Q&A, and I'm just gonna wait for this to finish us, just so we get some sort of benchmark scores, just to have a look. I don't know if you guys have done any research on that, on the new Ryzen 5000 chips. I am very interested to see how that comes along. Now, I am also interested to see how you guys are faring with getting supplies for your computers, if you guys are purchasing multiple computers. I know at the moment here in Australia, we're getting lots of shipping issues for, even starting to get a bit of shipping issues for a lot of Lenovo's having a lot of shipping issues, a lot of massive delays, hence. And also for AMD stuff as well too, we're getting a bit of delays on that. This took a little bit of a fairly long time to get this in as well too. But I'm thinking at the moment Dells are still going okay, but we'll hopefully not get too much shipping issues from there, because I at least need one supplier to be able to help me out with things anyway. So anyway, sorry, g'day Patrick, how's it going? So this is the Asus ROG X13 Flow, and it houses the new AMD Ryzen R9-5980HS processor. So it is part of a new Zen 3 architecture. So this is the very first laptop I've finally got that actually houses the new Zen 3 architecture processor. So I'm excited to see how good this is. Like I said, I don't expect anything good, or not good, anything extra performance in the third 3D and 2D mark scores. I'm expecting the CPU scores to be a little bit better, and I'm going to do a comparison with the 11th gen Intel core as well too, because I've got the scores up there, and I'll try and share that through you, and we'll have a quick look at this. So I just got to run through that so I can have a look. So I'm just doing Passmark, because Passmark gives a little bit better idea on just overall system, and then I will do off camera all the other ones like SpecView, Perfin, as well as the CineBench as well too. But I can definitely, I'll just see how hot this runs. It's actually not too bad. I can easily touch it, and it's just barely warm. I can definitely tell that, and that's benchmarking. Palm, nothing there. Even the exhausts, where the exhausts are, I can pretty much touch it. It's I'm starting to feel a little warm, but I can easily put my finger there. And let's have a look at this side. That's just only a little warm there. So that's very, considering that's pretty good. On the back end side, no, that's actually all right. So I am off a plate, so this is actually very touchable. That's a surprise. And it's not that loud neither. It's making a little whine, but I'm thinking this is probably around about the 33, 34, most probably about 33 decibels. That is really, really good in terms of fan noise at its maximum performance, because this is smashing it out. Was what it is up to 3D marks, so 3D, so that would be smashing the GPU and the CPU at the same time. Not much in the memory there, but yeah, I don't know what's the configuration where things are. once I actually open this up, I'll find out as well too. So yeah, that is not bad here. Here we're up to about halfway through 3D Marks. Anyway, let's have a look. I've got some more questions here. Yes, such a mouthful name for this lap. Actually, this is not the biggest mouthful. There's a lot of other ones, and when I did recording for the review videos, you should see me. I would say another name all the time until I get it right. So it takes me a good 10 minutes just to get used to saying the product name, because there's so many products that comes out, and there's some that have got some cryptic names as well too. Luckily, this one's not too cryptic. So this one is pretty alright. So it is a long mouthful, but I'd rather you have the full proper name so you don't get yourself confused as well too. All right. It doesn't look like the gaming laptop. Where's the LED? Ooh, okay. I'm taking it as this F4. I don't want to press it yet because we're in benchmark. I'm taking it as there is an Aurora button, and I know from Asus, from the motherboards, there's the Aurora button. Is usually to deal with lights and stuff like that, or some sort of pretty LED lights. So I'm not going to touch it now because it's just doing the benchmark, but I'm taking it, that button may activate some sort of lights. And I don't know if this is a gaming laptop. I don't even know what actually, if this even has a discrete graphics. I may think it may have some discrete graphics in this. I don't know. I just literally opened it up and ran the benchmark, and I will have a look at the specs after that as well too. So it probably does have LED lights. If it is a gaming laptop, I expect it to be a gaming laptop, so I expect it to have some sort of lights there. But I'll find out a little bit after this thing as well too. And I'll press that button to find out. And we also found a fan button here as well too. I'll press that out. I just want to see what that does as well too. I'm interested to see that. G'day Chris, thanks for joining me as well, Christopher. I am waiting for AMD CAD business laptop, or should I go for gaming laptop? So this is one of the things I am doing on my channel. I am actually trying to explore some of the gaming laptops to find out how well they are for your professional work itself, because I know sometimes the workstation class is quite expensive. Now, a lot of times the workstation class have got quadros in there instead of the GeForce. So the GeForce are, of course, are more for your gaming, and the quadros are definitely for your precision workstations that actually then allow you to do a lot of your work. Now, and then also got certificate. Now it becomes basically the difference between a quadro and a GeForce. Why would you go for a quadro when you can go? Usually quadros are a lot more slower in terms of speed compared to the GeForce range, but you get a little bit different things for the quadros. So again, first, the quadros are user certificate or have relationships with these special professional softwares, so they will give the proper stable drivers. So you'll find a lot more better stability on the quadros compared to the GeForces. The other thing that you'll find also on, especially on a lot of the quadro cards, is it's got a lot more VRAM, and VRAM helps a lot in a lot of the professional work. So usually it can go up to about 16 or to like about 48 anyway. Whereas the GeForces, you get very little. Well, it's not little, it's the smaller ones a little, but the 3080s and also the 6900 XTs, they actually have a little bit more, then they get closer to the quadro range. So that's for the VRAM, so that's the RAM on the graphics card, and that's where it helps a lot for a lot of the calculations that you may do, which is what the graphics card are for. And that's really the main biggest difference between the two, is really the graphics that's for the mobile workstation and your gaming laptop. So you probably notice the difference as well too as well there. And of course you can have a little bit of fancy lights and stuff, but most of us who work in business, we need to turn that off. We don't want to attract other people's attention. We just want to get to serious work. And of course, once you have fun, once you finish with work, of course you can switch it over to gaming and have a little bit of fun, relaxing time after that. But hopefully that may actually give you a little bit more insight with the quadro and GeForces as well too. I have other analogies which I like to use as well. How's this one come along? So, for example, with the GeForces, I consider it like a Ferrari car, and with the quadros, I consider it like basically a semi-trailer truck. One that just keeps traveling for a very, very long time, but it is designed to do long hours of work, whereas the GeForces are designed more for your short spurt speeds. They're not really designed for you to do long-term working in a way. So and also with the backtrack, you know it's pretty reliable. It will just keep going and going and going, and it also has the big push and the big bandwidth to actually take on a lot more load. Whereas the GeForce is like a Ferrari, it's only got a small load, but it is quick. But it is not designed to do long loads and long journeys as well. So let's kind of give you a little bit of idea on that. Hopefully that helps you out there, Chris. There. All right, what laptop is this? Sorry. Oh, g'day, Dadu. Sorry, it's the Asus. I'll say it. I really should type this out. It is the Asus. What is it now? Asus ROG. I think ROG is gamers. Yeah, it is a game. So it's a gaming laptop. Asus ROG X13 Flow. So this actually has the new AMD 5000 mobile chips in there. So we're just doing a test to see. Oh, there we go. Here we go. All right, now. We got 49. Okay, wait, let me try and move this. I'm going to connect this up with one of these. I'm going to try, I might have to take this off this stand because my HDMI cord is not long enough. So I'm just going to move this around here and we'll just have a quick check on this. So I'm going to plug, where is the HDMI port? It's over this side. Silly me. Okay, let me plug this in here. Whoa. And I'm going to try and give you guys a bit of hand. All right. Alright, so I'm just going to bring this in to here, card. Alright, hopefully that gives you a little bit better view. Now I am going to, I'm going to try and, alright, give me a second. Let me just take this USB out and take this cord out. And we are on battery now, so I'm just going to try and hit this thing out and try and make this thing bigger. Now this is in a 4K mode because this screen is all, alright, it's 200%. Let's bring this up to 300%. Alright, there. Has it got any better? No, not any more better, but at least you can see some scores here. So this is at the moment 40 about 4,921 overall. Now the CPU score is 22,431 on that one there. Now I'm just going to give a bit of perspective here, and I'm just going to quickly switch to this sort of card. Give me a second and let me try and bring out this. Well, give me a second. I will have to bring out a spreadsheet. I didn't plan this through because it's actually sitting on my computer, but I am going to transfer this over to this computer here to try and help us out to give it a bit of a comparison so you get a better idea on this. Give me a second. Let me second. I will give you some really good numbers here. And just let me copy this over here. Just give me a second. Let me just find this spreadsheet so I can copy it over into my USB drive. And then we can do a very good comparison. Now, I don't have this computer fully updated on terms of drivers. And I just literally ripped it out of the box. And I have no idea if it's on turbo mode or anything like that, so we are just going flat out. Okay, let's plug this baby in. Alright, now I'm just going to quickly run this through. Alright, so that's what we need to do. Don't send this, go away, go done. Alright, here we go. Let's have a look. Now this is the score we get. And this is a little spreadsheet I've been slowly taking tabs off, but I don't really do go away. Move this out of the way. Alright, now the 11th gen is, so the best 11th gen I would really compare to is this line here, the MS Prestige, and that's got 11th85G7 here. Now I'm going to have a quick look if we can move this along. I'm going to move this to less zoom. Alright, let's have a look. The PC Mark score, let's go down to we need Passmarks. Here's Passmark. How are we going with Passmark overall? So overall, that is the score for the Passmark. So that is pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but that looks very promising. And CPU scores. Oh wow, that is massive. So you can see this is only, so 11th gen does 13,000, and this crazy Ryzen 5000 that's doing 22 grand. That is good. That is a run over. That is massive run over. No doubt there. Even of course 2D scores, is doing good, of course. 3D scores was 4,000, 6,000. Still 3D scores are really good. Wow, even the 3D scores, I am surprised by that, because that 3D scores is getting very close to that discrete graphics. I only just uploaded that, and this one has the, actually, what is the discrete graphics on this? Let's have a look. Come on, give me a right click. Can I have right click? Thank you. All right, what kind of discrete graphics have we got in here? Because I hope you guys are seeing this. Are you able to see this? Just to double confirm. Okay, it's got a 1650 Ti Max Q, so this is the same one in this Lenovo Extreme. So that score there, wait, what's 3D graphics is very similar to that. Yeah, it's about the same. It's not, it is slower, but not by that much anyway. And the memory scores, how are we going? Yep, around about similar. And also disk scores, a little bit slower on the disk scores, like I said, but that CPU score is massive. Wow, that's a huge score on that one there. I am also interested to see, how do you find that? That CPU score is big. What have we got that's got close to that CPU score in terms of 22 for CPU scores? So I haven't filled a lot of this out on here, because I didn't do Passmark 10, because I didn't upgrade until a little bit later on. I don't think I've got anything in Passmark 10 in my old series, so that is, for me, that is great. I'm still blown by how fast it is. Yeah, I'm hoping Intel has something to respond correctly for this, because that is a big run over. What do you guys think about that? For that, because yeah, that is pretty crazy. What do you think? I'm gonna take this thing off, but Jesus, that's a big surprise for that. That really made me speechless to see. I was expecting fast, but not that fast. That is a huge difference. I am going to be interested to see how that goes. Actually, I might just quickly run CineBench on this as well. If you guys are interested to see CineBench, give me a shout out on that. Or I can do this offline, but I am very interested to see what is the, I need to do it for R35. No connection. Okay, I'll get that done later on anyway. So, but damn, that is crazy. I'm sorry I had to swear there, but that is crazy. That is really a massive score, and how fast that Gen 3 Ryzen Zen 3 is crazy. I know the CPUs. I've got the desktop, and that is already crazy fast. But this was something I really wanted to see, in that. Let's just say, I'm just gonna check this back on here anyway. But if you guys got questions, do chuck it into the comments below, and what you want to see for me when I do the review video for this. From just actually, while we're at it, I actually want to see. Let me bring. Where's that power? It's just flown over. I don't know. I want to see what this button does. Now, don't do this. I'm just gonna actually. I should not do this. This is one of my main USB drives anyway. I better eject it properly. Do eject your USB drives correctly. Don't just rip it out, because I'm a Mac person, so I've got used to doing that. But really, it can harm the USB drive. So if you're just reading from the USB drive and rip it out, it's not too bad. But if you've written something on the USB drive and you rip it out, it doesn't give it time to actually write it on. It could be stuck in cache files anyway. And that's usually where you actually then will either corrupt the USB or make what I call a dirty USB. Because once you plug it in, it will say, I need to scan, I need to fix it, because that's, you've ripped it out anyway. So do try and safely eject it anyway. So what I want to see, let's press this button, Aurora button. Maybe I need to do a function. Oh, here you go, breathing. Okay, that breathes. What else can it do? Can it change colors? Strobing. Okay, different lighting effects. Okay, that's just lighting effects for that Aurora. It doesn't really have, unless, I'll just have a quick look on the software. If it has anything, Armored Crate is what I'm taking a guess that would be. I'm taking a guess we need to have look. Okay, keyboard. Is there anything about that? Frequencies, CPU stats on that. CPU fans. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a little play because this is my very first Asus system here. I don't know much about that. So anyway, while we're at it, I want to press this button, this fan button. What does it do? Turbo. Ooh. Oh, okay. It straight away spin up the fan. That's kind of cool. I'm interested to run that again with with that button. I don't know about you, but let me just press that again. How many functions are there? Performance, silent, performance, turbo. We're gonna hit turbo, and I'm only gonna do the CPU scores. So let's rerun that CPU scores with the turbo. Yes, please. I am interested to see what turbo does in a way. And I want to find out what the ROG button does. That button there. If you know much about Asus, plug that in. Tell me what it does. And I'm going to answer some questions here while we're at it. Okay, now we're getting a little bit more fan noise here. So before had it. Now we're hearing. I'm thinking this is around about 36 to 37 decibels from my experience. So it's now gone a little bit louder. So I'm expecting maybe even better scores. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe. All right. While we're at it, I'm just going to move this away from the camera so we don't actually hear that off because it's going to come annoy you all guys. All right. Let's have a look what we got. Asus something. Okay, it's a ROG by Asus. Yep. Okay. Damn, that was going by 11th Gen 2. Okay, thanks. What about Intel versus the AMD for workstations laptop? Okay, I am going to try and source out an AMD workstation laptop. I know Dell's are not going to be producing anything this year for it, so it's going to be. I'm going to have to ask to find out. Now I got to find out what's the roadmap for Lenovo if they've got any workstations with the AMDs. I think they do, so I'm going to try and ask if I can get one in. Same with HP. I'll try and see if the ZBooks have got any AMD options as well too. So I'll try and do that for you, Christopher. But at the moment, I don't know yet. I do need to do my research on that one there. Awesome analogy, sweet. Notice I love. Hopefully that explains to you the GeForce and the Quadro there. So modern AMDs are better currently. I think so at the moment. They're leading the pack at the moment. Now 2800 from hardly normal. Yeah, I like how you say hardly normal. That's a good one there. So that's the price of this. That's in Australia here. Patrick's talking about 2800 in Australia for this laptop here. That's not bad, I think, for this type of laptop, and it is light. I can tell you that it is light. I think it's like 1.3 kilos for this, so it's considered like a very one of those ultra lights. And this is a tool one as well too, because you can flip the thing, so that's doing pretty good. There. Now, 11th Gen looks promising. Yeah, not really anymore now. 11th Gen doesn't look promising after I saw that score. Now, they are some insane scores there. That's for sure, Roy. I think, would you be looking at getting the new 5000 chip now? Because now I'm very interested. Once I saw that score, wow. Imagine the video editing or actually any of the professional softwares that actually have that kind of score. That is crazy anyway. So yes, GeForce G1650 Ti. Yep, graphics. That's exactly it. Next gen known to be better with multi-core. Yeah, well, AMD has always been very good with multi-core, and they've been winning that, but they've been lacking in the single-core performance. So I am going to actually let me try and install if you're interested to stay on for another probably 15 minutes or so, I am going to install CineBenchR23, and let's have a look at this CPU scores actually for the single core while we're at it. Actually, how's that coming along? All right, here we go. It has improved a little bit. Actually, what was the score before? 22. Now it's up to 23,746. So that's actually improved with the turbo button. Okay, this is getting insane, AMD. You're doing too well at the moment. That is crazy. And that was not very loud. And of course, that was barely even that crazy hot. I was able to touch my hands on this. So I'm blown by the score, the CPU at the moment. Performance, speed, temperatures, even the fan noise, that's not loud at all. That is decent, and this is thin as well too. This is, hey, my mind is blown at the moment. So yeah, at the moment, yeah, that's loud. We can hear it. You can still hear it. Yeah, it's loud because this is going toward it. But I've had other laptops with me. So like I said, that is in a turbo mode, and that was giving a little bit better scores there. So that was, like I said, around about 37 to 38 maybe, or 4 decibels. So that's not crazy. I think the MacBooks. Well, the old MacBooks were way louder than that, than what this was anyway. So hopefully that. But I will put the decibel meter for in the review video on that one there. I don't think Asus do AMD workstations. I'm not sure neither. I'm gonna try and find their roadmap and ask the Lenovo people if they will do anything this year for AMD for the workstations. I know for the Legions they've got ThinkPads. At the moment it's a bit iffy. Some of them do, some of them don't, but I'm wondering if the P range is what I'm interested to see in, but I'll find out anyway. Well, at least the P15, yep. AMD doesn't have a Thunderbolt. No, it doesn't, because they still only are, because that's Thunderbolt is still Intel support system, and that's what they're trying to keep exclusively to Intel laptops basically. So Thunderbolt, we don't get that. We just get the USB 3.2 Gen 2 speeds there, which is 10 gigabits anyway, so it's not too bad, but it'd be nice to have Thunderbolt. AMD needs to pretty much develop a nice I/O. That's what we need to do. That's next step. They've done the CPU. They can sit there for a couple of years on the CPU, that kind of performance. Let's have a look at the I/O performance for like your USB type C. Let's get that. That's what they need to work on. That will be fantastic in a way. So that's my hopes in a way. Maybe I should give them a suggestion about that in a way. So yeah, how are we going? Oh yeah, I was gonna install CineBenchR23 internet connection. Sorry, I'm a little playing this as a. But keep rolling in the questions there as I'm doing this. I'm just gonna connect it to my Wi-Fi. Like I said, we just boot this thing up and gave it a go. I will turn off this turbo mode. Would you be interested to see this in turbo mode or non-turbo mode? I'm going to just go into performance mode, just so that's probably what you will normally put it in performance mode. I'm going to close the sign off. I'm going to go to CineBenchR23. Let's go find that out from Microsoft Store. CineBench20. Oh, sorry, didn't need to put 23 in. McAfee, go away. It's probably running other stuff here. This doesn't take too long, and I'll do a quick single run rather than torture tests in a way for this. Install. Hopefully it should be pretty quick. Go away. All this stuff Microsoft needs to. All right, cool. It'll be done in a couple of minutes in a way for it to install, and we'll have that go. ThinkPad T series by AMD mobile chip, and of course with their Legion series. Yep, yeah. So I don't know yet if the ThinkPad T series are updated with the Ryzen 5000 chips yet for this year. I know they've already got the 4000, and I'm expecting them to have the 5000 since they've got the 4000. Oh, that's it. We are good to launch. I'll get this thing going so we can then find out the scores for that. Now, of course, go accept. Now, I am going to do, I'm going to turn off multi-core details, yes. And I'm just going to do advanced benchmarks, and I don't want to do a minimum test. Yep, thank you very much. Now, I'm only going to do a single core. Actually, no, I'll do both. I'll run both. We'll run both. So I'll do multi-core first. Actually, I won't. I'll run single core because that's what we're really interested in for those who just want to tune out after this. I'll do single core for this one here. Single core, and I'm going to quickly have a look at the actually let me stop this. I'm going to do this with the thing so you guys can see this as well too. So, and do put in the question, because looking at my face is quite boring at the moment, isn't it? Let me bring in the HDMI cable and let me see if I can connect this up. Oh, this is a bit of a pull off my computer because my computer doesn't stand up with my desk at the moment. So okay, let's see if I can bring that along. I'll switch it over to the card. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm going to quickly show you, we're going to bring up the task manager. Alright, let's see how fast this thing goes as well too. Let's go to single core, and at the moment I'm not in performance mode, so I'm just going to tell, so this was turbo mode, I'm going to go to performance mode, so this is just normal mode that you'll have normally anyway. And let's do single core, let's see how it runs. Let's just have a look, so you can have a look how high this can hit. 4.6, woo, woo baby. That is hit it quite high up there very quickly. 4.63. I don't hear the fan go off neither too, so this is doing very well. Hopefully you get to see you anything there. See you later, Roy. Thanks for tuning in for me. Alright, let's see how that comes along. And that is pretty stable at 4.6 gigahertz. That is decent. That is very decent. A lot of the 11th gen are hitting around about 3.8 for single. This, hopefully this is single core at the moment. So I'm just going to quickly chuck into view. Oops. Oh, I'm going to quickly just wait for that to come through. Change the graph to logical processes. Okay, so how are we going there? It is, because this is 8 cores, so we've got 16 threads at the moment. So at the moment it is mostly using 1 core. 4.5, that is decent, to 4.6, and it's consistent there. This has been probably what you would say about a minute. What do you think about that? That is decent. I'm pretty blown by how well this is going at the moment. Very good. So how far are we coming along? This looks like a great device and not a gaudy like most gaming devices, with a fairly reasonable price. Pretty reasonable price. Yes, I agree, Patrick. I think this is a very good computer. This is barely running hot at all. I've got my hand over the keyboard at the moment, and I've just left it there, and it's probably at the moment maybe, oops, sorry about that, I've just hit something else. Like our body temperature is about 36 or so, and that I would probably say 37, 38 degrees, 37, 38 degrees, barely even hot, not even synced in 38, probably about 37 degrees Celsius. I am quite happy to touch this. I'm going to just touch the bottom of it and leave my, okay, it's hot at the bottom. The bottom is hot. In the middle is hot. I can feel the fan. I can feel some things here. I'm going to show it to you a little bit later on. Actually, while this is doing, I'm going to switch to the camera. I'm just going to tell you while this is still running it. I can see, so I'm just trying to see if I can hit the lights here. So we've got fan here, we've got another fan here as well. I can feel them sucking in air. So they're sucking in air, and it's actually hot in the middle here. It's not unbearable to touch, but it is hot there. I will probably think that is around about, about 30, probably hitting 42 degrees Celsius or somewhere. So it is hot there, but it's not like, I wouldn't put this on your lap, that's one thing. Actually, could you put this on your lap? You could actually. I don't advise it as always, but that's the only area it's hot, is just there. Down here's not hot, down here's not hot, no, that's probably like 20, 36 all the way through. Over there, that's the only hot part, and it's a very concentrated small area there. So that is decent. And I'm just going to quick switch it over to see how we're going along here. That's coming along. I'll just come out. Yep, still 4.6. That's stable, and that's single core. Wow, 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 wow. I'm pretty blown by it. Now reliability, I don't know on reliability. This is my very first Asus laptop I'm playing with. From the build construction of this feels pretty good built. I can't really fault it. It feels very similar to like the X1 Carbon build for me. If you guys, oh sorry, and this is Patrick, this is a tool one. Let me try flip it around to this so you can see. So this is tool one. So it's got a touchscreen with 4K, so that's really decent. So I can feel the hinge is really well built as well too. I did the one finger test, you can watch it in the review after, but I think it's doing pretty good anyway. What did I just did there? I did something and I screwed it up. What did I do? Just give me a second. I've done something with it. Do you want to stop? No. So this will take, oh, it's coming along now. See how that comes along. And CPU wise, doing still very high up there. This is amazing. Single core. Oh wow. That is really good. The base score of 3.3. That's not throttling too much at all. So very well. I am hoping we can find some nice speed here. Now I know the so this one here is the 5980HS. Now I know the TDP on this is around about 35 watts. There is a little bit the HX version which runs 45 watts there. So this is not the highest tier one. This is the second highest tier one. So this is still doing extremely well. And knowing how hot this can get, I'm expecting the HX version even better as well too, because you can push this a lot hard. This is pretty sweet. What do you guys think about this performance here? Would you be pretty much willing to go over to the 5000 chip or not? For me, I'm pretty convinced on this. Just have a look at the feel of the temperatures and also the just raw performance of this, and I'm very surprised on how well this is maintaining the single core performance at that high as well too. So how are we going? How far are we along? We're getting closer to the near the end in a way. So I'll just leave this down here so you can actually see that there. But once this finishes off, at least you guys have some sort of single core performance scores. Then I'll probably sign off and call it a night, because I've got to do some testing on a few other computers as well too. So let's, how far we come along? We should be nearly there. Yep, it's got its second last, third, fourth last roll in there, and we should be then pretty sweet. Let me just kind of move that over here just so you guys can see the performance of there. But yes, looks good, but can it run MS Flight Sim? I think it can. I don't know about running it at a 4K mode. I think you'll be turning a few graphics down there for sure. This only has a built-in 1650 Ti. Now there is okay, let me tell you, there is external dock or external graphics dock with it that you can have it spec'd up with a 3070 or RTX 3080 card in there, and I'm sure you can probably run MS Flight Sim decently. Although even the 3080, I do have a RTX 3080. I haven't tried it. I know my friends have got RTX 3080s and they run the Flight Sim in the 4K mode, and even they say it's still a struggle. I think MS Flight Sim just struggles everything in there as well too. But what do you think of that? Okay, you're looking at building a gaming PC for Flight Sim, but the shortage of graphics cards is a problem. It is a problem for there. What have you looked at the 16900? Actually, that's one thing I can probably do. I've got to find if I actually can get a copy of the MS Flight Sim. How's this running along? Oh, here we go. MS Flight Sim. So I can borrow a copy so I can actually run the 6900 XT on it, because I do have that on loan from AMD as well. Let's close this off. So our scores, we're looking at 1484. That's not bad. Let me go back to my little spreadsheet. And let's have a look at the AMD's, the Intel. So again, we're looking at this one here. And I'm going to switch over to the R33. So I know these have been on R33, not R20. So let's have a look at single scores. Here we go. That didn't do so well at all. I have absolutely no idea why that score was that bad on that run. I think I did a couple runs, but just did not do very well. But this one here, which is the NOC 11 Compulent, that has the same processor as that, but that has a desktop fan in there to help it out. And that one did about 1465 on single core as well. So looking at the single core 1648 actually beats it. And I'm not even in turbo mode neither. I'm in performance mode, so I can swap this up even quicker. So I'm hoping that I'm just going to leave that scores a little bit there to help you out. That's pretty good. That's now winning the single core now as well for the Intel. From Intel, just like the desktops, they have pretty much taken the crown for the laptops and desktops now for the single cores and the multi cores. That's pretty cool. That's now home suite for all the laptops, gaming and desktop scores. So I'm hoping that kind of gives you a bit of an insight on this new Ryzen this is the R9, the 5000 Ryzen chip. That is pretty cool, I gotta admit, pretty cool. Anyway, if you guys got any more questions, I'll give you guys another 30 seconds. I know there's a bit of a delay in my live stream in a way. If you guys ain't got any left other questions, if not, I'll just call it a night because I've got a few more things I've got to do. And for that, anyway, especially testing of this computer here. What's going on? Don't know. Anyway, but yes, so hopefully I get through some of the other ones. I know the next video I'm trying to get through now is to more like editing is the Lenovo X13s. I've got the AMD versus the Intel version, just like how I did with the Dell XPS and the Extreme. So I'm just going to try and get that one video out hopefully by the end of the week. If not, I'm quite busy in my day job at the moment, so I'm just going to try and get through the video editing side of things anyway. So yes, thanks for that. No problems at all. Thanks for joining me, Patrick, as well, and all the people who have joined me as well too. And of course, as always, keep safe and healthy as well. And as always, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. See you later, guys.